We are the Morning Hustle.
You know what it is, baby? The Morning Hustle is on and popping.
It's already so fun here.
Man, listen, man. You know how we do it. Open door policy. Guests pull up on us. And this brother has been here before, and he's back to talk about his newest season of one of his amazing shows. Carlos King is in the building.
Yeah. And I just offered him some
And I came bearing gifts.
Okay, I'm going to open mine.
Me too.
Yes.
I'm going to open mine.
You can see the box, man. Love and marriage. That's fire.
It smells so good.
Okay. The candles fire.
We got candles.
I like that.
And then I brought up against Kimmy and Letitia Scott.
Hello. How are y'all?
Really nice to meet you.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Hello.
Hey, darling.
A few moments later.
So not only did you bring us gifts, you brought us more guests.
Yes. So we had to reposition a little.
Right.
We have Kimmy Scott from Love and Marriage Huntsville. And we have her sister-in-law, Letitia Scott from Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Yes, the OGs, though. The OGs. Make that clear.
The OGs.
10 seasons that y'all have been in business now for Love and Marriage Huntsville. How does that feel? Because you had the highest ratings on OWN.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all been able to bring some great content to the network. Probably keeping the lights on. Sorry, but yeah.
We're thankful and grateful.
Yeah, so how does it feel going into season 10 and we're missing a couple people, or one in particular, Melody?
Yeah, so listen, it's celebrating our 10th season, and the beauty of it is the fact that the show has reached a pinnacle to where the cast not only have created the assignment, they understand it, and they also are delivering way more content than before when it comes to what's going on in their marriages. They're having tougher conversations. The children are involved this season, and the girls are girling.
Ah, no, that's right.
You know, Letitia Scott is checking all the girls.
Oh my God.
Is that your goal this season?
That's what
Trying
you
to
want?
hold everybody accountable, you know. We talk about transparency a lot on our show, right? And
Yeah.
so I just want to make sure all the ladies are being transparent with everything that's going on.
So how do you play that fine line between being transparent, everybody, and not it being like, oh, the mean girls? Because I feel like that's a narrative they keep giving, especially when it comes to Black women, and we're calling somebody out just on whatever they need to step up and say. It always turns into like the mean girls or things like that.
Yeah, my husband called me that this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're a mean girl?
No, I do not. I mean, we've been getting a lot of heat since season 1.
Yeah.
So my thing is everybody can bring the heat to us, then we can bring the heat back to y'all.
Yeah.
So y'all in the hot seat now.
I know that's right.
You said you keep everybody accountable, but who do you feel like is the best at keeping you accountable?
My husband.
Yeah.
You called her the mean girl.
I cannot get away with anything. We even had a moment this season. I was like, dude, like, let me just be okay with like drilling somebody without you coming drilling me.
Yeah.
Like, dang. Yeah, my husband, he's so hard on me. That's why I get the heat. People like, do he love her?
It does.
But do you ever have to tell him sometimes, like, please ease up on me when the cameras is out at least?
I asked him, he's like, babe, this is reality TV. So you gonna get, this is how it is behind closed doors and in front of everybody. I'm like, dang, can you just show me a little bit more?
That's funny.
Well, we
man.
have been seeing certain people go through certain controversies, and we just seen one of the castmates pop out, Martell.
You better do your research. You know I love you. You know that. I love you.
Okay,
You
so
better
he
be.
popped out on the carpet with the is that do y'all still call it side chick or?
Well, I don't think we ever called her that. It's Kimmy, you want
Just
to?
her name. Her name is Ariana.
Ariana.
Yeah, I saw the photo too.
The photo, were y'all surprised to see this photo? Will we be seeing more Ariana during the season?
We see them in the streets quite often.
Quite often.
Before the street punch.
Ain't nothing new to you.
maybe the Instagram or maybe the social media streets.
Or
is
maybe
just
the
seeing
Carlos
it, but
King.
They
No.
in the streets.
But they've been outside.
Yeah,
Is
they
it something
outside,
that, are y'all
outside.
shocked that it's just now really getting out there that the two of them are?
No, y'all shocked.
Oh, because they live in Huntsville.
Yeah.
We live in Huntsville.
But I just feel like, why did it take so long for this to get out? Like, if everybody's been knowing this and seeing this, is it because Season 10 is coming?
Well, I think, look, Martell is somebody that has admitted on camera in terms of being a man who is searching for the right woman post his divorce. He dated Sheree Whitfield. We covered that on the show 2 years ago. And this woman who is the mother of his son has been in his life for many years. And I think the photo illustrated that possibly they're committed. I think that's the difference. Like, they've always had dealings, obviously, right? Hence the divorce. But I think possibly what we saw the other day was a photo, like I said, illustrating that, okay, maybe they're committed and maybe they're exclusive.
Okay.
But I don't know, child.
We don't know that
You're
for
not
sure.
sure.
I don't know. I don't know.
Did y'all see him?
That's allegedly.
That's allegedly.
Allegedly.
But did y'all see where he said that cheaters should go to prison? This is something that I just recently saw online.
He didn't say that.
Yeah,
No, there's
allegedly
no
he
way.
said cheaters should go to
He can't
prison.
support his children.
Because he'll be locked down.
Oh, that's funny.
He didn't say that.
No, so you just talk about Sheree. Who did y'all feel like was the best couple that he was coupled with? Melody, Sheree, or Ariane? Melody. I love Melody. I'm sorry. I'm sad that she's not back this season. Is that a conversation? Did you try to push her to do it a little?
Well, I think the beauty of any reality show, right, especially an ensemble show that we've seen on Housewives, Love and Hip Hop, so many other ensembles, is people leave, right? And they have the right to leave, and she had every right to leave the situation. The door's always open for a return if that's what she wants, but we respected her decision, and I appreciate the fact that it was her decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we noticed something with your show. You're allowed to come back because they're not suing you. Housewives, there's a lot of suing situations going on. How do you get around that, Carlos? Have y'all ever felt like y'all wanted to sue Carlos at some point?
Hey, don't say it now if you're going to do it in the future.
No. Like, everybody gets their turn at a little heat.
Yeah.
Like, it's a little heat, and it's about how you handle the heat, how you stay in the kitchen and do what you got to do, you know? And I've always felt like it took all of us to make the show work.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
I respect her opinion, and I respect her decision to go, but, you know, God bless you on your journey.
Yeah.
Carlos, I wanted to ask you this because obviously 10 seasons in is a success, right? But a lot of times when people do reality shows like you're a part of, you know, they go to the Miamis and they go to New Yorks and they go to DCs. What was it that made you want to go to Huntsville, which is a smaller city? And how has it been doing a show in a smaller city versus doing the Detroits and the DCs and the other ones?
Yeah, so I met Melody and Martell when they were married 3 years prior to me creating Love and Marriage. They wanted to do a show about property preservation, and I just saw something bigger for them. I said, I don't know if that's going to be something that I can get sold, but I'm in this this mindset of like, let's do a show about Black couples. So I said to them, I want to do a show about Black couples. Do you guys have any friends? And courtesy of a lot of introductions, I met the Scotts and I said, oh, now we got a show. We got a show with these three couples. And what attracted me to Huntsville was the fact that I knew that the city itself was going to be a curiosity factor for the audience. And when you met these three couples who are real friends, they were friends for like 6 years prior to the show even happening. And that was the formula in which it was lightning in a bottle. So again, Love and Marriage Huntsville is celebrating 10 seasons just based on the fact that these couples, the idea of bringing something to Huntsville really culminated, into the success that the show has become.
Yeah, because most times when people think about that city that are not from that area, they might think about Alabama A&M. Right. You know what I mean? Or I have a cousin that lives there for that specific reason because she graduated from there. But if it wasn't for that, I know it doesn't necessarily get that national attention.
Yeah, and listen, Huntsville is now #1 city.
Okay.
In the world that people can live when it comes to creating businesses, real estate. And look, no shade, it is because Love and Marriage Huntsville put the city
on the map. You can say that, yeah.
We did. We actually did, for sure.
Now, how about incorporating the kids more now? Because we see like the shows like Next Gen that also have the kids, that's more about the kids, but we are also seeing some backlash come towards the kids. So is that something that y'all are a little scared of? Because I know with Riley, her situation was that she's now being depicted as like the angry Black co-star or and that's something that's affecting her, and you could tell through her social media and things like that. Are y'all worried at all about anything with the kids and people opinion getting a little bit too heavy on the children?
Yes, all the time from day one, day one, because some of the backlash and just unhappy people that you find, you don't know how to protect kids all the time. Yeah. Even early on, a lot of times people say, well, why don't you tag this? And why don't you tag them? Why don't you tag? Even my stepson, he would say, why don't you tag me? I go, because it's not for you.
Right.
Like the stuff that people say on my page and don't have any respect of kids or children or parents, it make your, as parents, we act different when you talk about our kids. We can handle a lot of stuff that you make up in your mind about us, but we're different people when you bring our children into it.
Yep.
And so we try to have those conversations with them, like say your prayers, close your minds, don't read the comments. Like these people sometimes aren't your friend.
Yeah.
And you try to prepare them for that. Like a lot of times, even when we were filming, they would have psychologists. They would have therapists on site while we filmed.
Wow.
When we filmed with children, for that purpose. It's like a protection mode, because there are adults out there that actually don't know what to say out their mouths when it comes to kids.
That's right.
I don't know how you deal with it, man.
So
I literally just had a conversation along those similar lines with my son, because literally just this past week he got on social media for the first time ever. And a lot of times we have conversations in here like, I don't like tagging my family on certain things. Right. You know what I mean? Like there's always that conversation about it's not official unless you put that person on social media. But if you do, get ready for the backlash.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Well, was there ever something that you put on in any of the 10 seasons, either of you ladies too, that maybe you put out there on the show that maybe you regretted after you saw it come out and play out? Like maybe I should have kept this to myself, or maybe this should have just been within the family, or maybe I shouldn't have aired it.
I wouldn't say regret. I would say hard moments. We've had some hard conversations on the show. I'm like, I hate I was so open about it. But, it's part of the game. Like, it's reality TV, so we have to be real and honest about everything. We're new to TV. And so we was like, we're just going to, this opportunity is here, so let's just give it our all and be honest with everything that's going on in our life. And even when we talk about transparent moments, we was like, listen, certain things you're not going to put out there just because it needs to stay within the household, especially dealing with your kids.
Right.
But at the end of the day, with my husband, our businesses, we was like, we have this platform to teach others. So if it's something that we had to go through in life and we overcame it, why not share it? Because we don't know who else that, we're blessing with this moment.
And one thing her husband, Marcel, said to me, because again, I'm a producer. I don't have children. I'm not married. Martell, season 2, approached their son, MJ. I forgot how old he was at the time. He was a young teenager. And he apologized to her son about the things he said about Marcel, their dad. And Marcel called me, because that's what you do. You don't go on social media. You can call me.
Period.
Okay. He called me, and he said, Lowe's, I didn't like that. He said, I didn't like the fact that I wasn't aware that a grown man took my teenage son to apologize about something that my son wasn't even aware of. He didn't know about it. And it was the first time for me that I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that because I'm not a parent. And I promised him that would never happen again. And we have this open door policy with Love and Marriage Huntsville, like my other shows, to where if we're never going to intentionally put kids in a situation where they can't defend themselves without their parents involved. but it was something to where it was a learning lesson for me even. And that's why anytime we do anything with the kids, even her grown son, we be like, Kimmy, just so you know, child, he's going to speak to your husband. Because, you know, I'm even able to say that was wrong. I take full accountability for that and it won't happen again.
Well, see, I like that because I don't think other people would admit that. They would just be like, well, this is what you signed up for and it is what it is, but it shows that you do have a heart. So I know it does bother you when you see these couples come in all in love and then some of them separate. Do you feel like a personal responsibility, like you might have a part in maybe them not being together?
No, not at all.
You did that.
Zilch. You did that. No.
Radio shows need visuals because
No.
Oh, we gonna put this on.
No. This the gag. Listen, it's so easy to blame production on everything.
Which
because
happens.
it happens. And listen, I'm gonna speak about my production. I can't speak for other reality shows, right? I can speak for my production. These two can stop me if I'm wrong. When it comes to any couple's relationship, y'all were dealing with that before there was a camera. Two things happen, and I've been doing this for 18 years. One, you tried to hide it, and it got exposed because the audience says, something don't look right. I don't know about that, right? And two, you gave us the storyline. It was beneficial for you. And then it got too heavy for you.
Yeah.
And then you blame the production. It's like, well, I just followed what you gave me, child.
That's right.
I literally followed what you gave me. But again, everybody who has gone through a divorce after being on reality TV, that was their exit plan to begin with.
Well, let me ask you, ladies, Leticia and Kimmy, but the point that Carlos made about when those cameras come on and sometimes it gets too heavy, do you guys notice people or have you felt pressure to do more than you should have been doing? Or like, all right, I know now that this is how I would react, but because the cameras are on, I got to turn it up another notch. I got to be extra. Or do you see other people being extra?
Listen, there's a definite red light special.
Oh yeah,
There's a definite red light special. There's some people that when the red light comes on,
Right.
act up.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And that does happen. To be fair, I think for me, I think I'm the opposite because I don't want to act up. Like I don't want to act up. But to Carlos's point, sometimes whoever you are and whoever you were before the cameras came eventually comes out.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
no matter how hard you try or what you say and like I'm not gonna do that today.
You trying to hold it in.
Who you are comes out eventually.
Yeah.
Like it just does. It comes out eventually. But we definitely have some red light specials.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We have some of our cast members
Yeah.
that like to turn it up for the camera,
Yeah.
and it's surprising.
It's a
Because
little
I'm like,
it's
who
a
is
little
would
this
you
girl that
say?
I'm talking to?
Yeah.
Right. Like, who are you right now?
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay,
You
let
do.
me just back up because I'm not getting the real you. What we doing?
Well, who are you talking about? You talked
Right.
about transparency earlier. So I would love to know the exact
And accountability.
people. And accountability.
Listen, after you watch the first episode this season, you're gonna know exactly who I'm talking about.
Okay.
Saturday, July 19th.
I know that's right. Well, we're
for
talking
sure.
about accountability. You just recently sat down with Jess Hilarious and
Yes.
talked about her transphobic claims. Like people claim that she
Yes.
may be transphobic. After she explains herself, do you believe that she's in fact not transphobic?
I don't believe for a second that Jess Hilarious is transphobic at all.
That
at
was
all,
just
at
a
all.
narrative that got too
Yeah,
far.
and I think, look, the beauty of my podcast, Reality with the King, is I really do invite people to come on and we have a real conversation. I'm not there to be combative with you. I'm not there to hold your feet to the fire in the sense of being aggressive. I really love the idea of just having a conversation about things that are affecting you or how the people in the world may view you. And I give Jess Hilarious so much props for having the courage to sit across from an openly gay man discussing issues that impact my community because she and I don't know each other. So she didn't know how I was going to come at her. And she was a little bit nervous before the interview because she's smart. She knew I was going to ask the questions, but based on her response, I walked away really with a larger understanding of her in terms of she is a Black woman who has lived her whole life as a Black woman, and she is learning the world at large, and she's learning her responsibility of being on a morning show, having that microphone, and the fact that all she wanted to do was be a comedian, and she didn't understand the fact that, okay, what I say has great impact. And the fact that she apologized for it. And look, I think at the end of the day, one thing I always tell people is, in some situations, you can agree to disagree. And one thing I did say to her, because I did do my research, I said, look, what I'm not going to do is not acknowledge that there's a large percentage of Black women who agree with you.
Yeah.
And I had to let her know that I'm not here to say you're wrong. That's not my place. It was my place to ask the questions, and based on the feedback, large majority of people feel like, okay, Jess, we now understand you better.
Yeah,
that's good.
It is a touchy situation when you're even asking certain questions or saying certain things. You don't know who you can offend, especially when you're not educated as much as you think you may be on certain situations. So I do thank you for even allowing her to get that door open, because I feel like sometimes with people, you're just often just attacked just because you make a comment or you ask a question or because you go against what other people are saying. But sometimes it's just a conversation of us just seeing, and understanding each other. It's not always an attack.
I'm a big proponent of, if there's any issues, Kimmy and Letitia know this. If there's any issue when it comes to the show, the production, my producers, because I'm not on set with them every day. So I just believe a lot of confusion can be eradicated if you have a conversation. And you can't allow things to fester inside. You can't create, because let's have a real conversation. Oftentimes, you create a scenario in your head that isn't the reality. And the one way to get confirmation on if that is your reality is confronting things head on. And I need more people to do that, especially in our community. Because look, the Black community and the gay community, there is a lot of division there.
Yeah.
But with my platform, I want to be able to have a large conversation so that we could bring ourselves together.
I love that. And you also give, just like I saw Miss Juicy Baby was on with you the other day. Like, you give a platform to people that I feel like maybe their story hasn't been told, and maybe they do need like that moment to like just give them some grace to hear what they got to say and what they've been going through. So I just think you have like a niche right there that was missing, and I love that for you. So you're now on Black Effect. What's going on there?
So yay! So my podcast, Reality with the King, has partnered with the Black Effect Network, which is created by Charlamagne the God in partnership with iHeart. So
you always say y'all are the same person.
I know, because Charlamagne is somebody who speaks his mind. He asks the tough questions. And if you ever met Charlamagne, he's very spiritual. He believes in mental health. And he really is just an honest, good guy.
Yeah, my brother.
And I think he's a great individual. And the fact that you have two Black men being able to work together on something so like monumental, it was a no-brainer when he approached me to join his network.
Yeah. Because of course people were like, well, Carlos is big enough on his own. Why does he need Charlamagne? But I feel like collaboration between people can happen and should be happening between us all the time.
Well, I don't want to be divisive in any situation. And for me, it was more so about the opportunities of what we can do together, because he's interested in unscripted television and really cornering that market. And with me doing what I do, there's a lot of opportunities there.
Yeah. Let's talk about some of the women, not even some of, but the woman that you partnered up with in Oprah Winfrey in the network. Yeah. I'm always curious because not too many people can say that they worked with her, been on her network. I always wondered, did she drop any jewels or gems on you along the way?
Did she give you a car? Because she gave everybody else.
For you to be this successful on her platform, and we know how successful she's been, there has to be some conversations there where you've taken some great information away from it.
Several. So listen, back in 2010, I had the pleasure of moving to Chicago to be a behind-the-scenes producer following her last season of her talk show. And I literally got paid to watch her work.
Wow.
Like to be a fly on the wall. And it's funny because I was the only black producer, a part of the staff. And I don't think any of them understood the gravity of what that meant to like watch her work. And when I say to you, that woman works. So then years later, for her to give my production company an opportunity to create shows for them, we currently have 69% of the programs on own that my company produces. And the best advice she's ever given me, because let's be clear, she knows what's going on. She watches everything.
Really?
Okay.
I think people don't think she knows about Huntsville.
Because we feel like she's above everything.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Y'all may not even know this, Tisha and Kimmy. She knows who y'all are. Like, she's very much aware. It's the #1 show on her network, so she's very much aware. So long story short, one thing she said to me as we sort of like pitch shows and get stuff greenlit, she's always like, lean into it. I trust you, and just follow the reality. That's it. Just lean into it. And as tough as the gig may be, even for them, because trust me, I give my cast so much props for the ability to get on camera in front of that red light and to have these tough conversations about your marriage and to have conversations with your children, the blended family, being accused of things and having to defend yourself against a narrative that just isn't true. I could not do that. Right. I don't have an image to be a reality star. I really don't. I'm a Libra, and I'll be. That's why I be on Tisha's side sometimes. Like I imagine Tisha could go check that. I would go crazy. So the fact that they do it. And they have done it for 10 seasons. And one thing about Huntsville that we all joke about, they don't get any time off. They get like a month or two break.
Wow.
We don't joke about it.
It's not funny to you.
Like, you the only person joking.
Ain't nothing funny about that.
I know. They work really hard. And that's why every season... Because the show is not scripted. That's why every season, I think all of us kind of go into like, what is this season going to be about?
Oh my God.
And then something happens.
And then something
Always something.
Every single time. We say that every single time. We're like, ooh, wonder what's going to happen this time. And maybe a week or two before we start filming, we're like,
I love that, though.
I'm glad you said that, though, because I think that's been a narrative that all reality shows are scripted at this point. Like, you know what I mean? I've been in a room with some that have been taking place, and it's
some
like,
are scripted for sure.
I see how this is
Love and
working.
hip-hop.
But I'm glad you said that. So this is not scripted.
Right, Carlos? Love and hip-hop. Love and hip-hop.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I was on that show. Love and hip-hop.
Enough of that. All I can say is this. I didn't work that season. If that was her experience.
So damn you up, but he knew what he was doing.
I didn't work that season. That was her experience. I didn't work that season.
Listen, children and all.
I ain't want you to speed past
children
that.
for a storyline and everything.
Storyline.
Don't make me do this.
No, wait.
Please don't
Somebody
make me
actually
do
gave
this.
birth?
Please don't make me do
No,
that.
like real life.
Don't start an old beef, okay? We just gonna let this go.
Wait,
I'm not on reality TV no more.
Okay, but answer me this. Are you alleging that somebody gave birth as a star?
Yes, I am, absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That's crazy.
But so Oprah did feed y'all though, because Taraji said she didn't feed them.
No.
Did y'all eat or not?
Don't do it. First of all, they get fed well. But no, I will say this. And it's interesting because Taraji even said when she spoke about what she was going through during The Color Purple, Oprah was an executive producer on the movie. It was not her studio. She wasn't the head honcho. And I think when people, because I can relate to that.
Yeah.
Again, I get blamed so much for stuff. So much. And I always say, I'm just the EP of the show. Yes, I created it, but I have a boss. They have a boss. Everything starts at the top. So when it comes to Miss Winfrey, Miss Winfrey was not approving the budget to get craft services.
Right.
Or
The
approving,
wings wasn't free, you
or
hear
approving
me?
the budget when Taraji mentioned, I think she had to self-report, which all things obviously isn't the greatest, and I'm glad she spoke up about it. But that's why Taraji did say once Oprah was aware, Oprah made a phone call and things happened. And that's why it's important to have those conversations, because they know, like, if something is out of my, jurisdiction, they can call me. I have, a little power.
That's right.
To be like, now listen, y'all. But at the end of the day, it's their decision.
So y'all got catering on Love and Marriage Huntsville. There we go. That's what happens when you the #1 show. You heard me?
We get fed. I have no complaints, baby.
Love and Marriage Huntsville. Make sure y'all check it out Saturdays on 8/7 Central. Yes.
Yes. Every Saturday. This Saturday, July 19th, and every Saturday after that. And get the OWN app.
Yes.
Get the OWN app in case you miss it on Saturday because you at the club or you on a dating app and you on a blind date, child. Because we all need love in this world.
Right.
Oh, you should do. Okay, so I was thinking about that. I know we got to wrap up, but we see that the craze is going on behind Love Island. What do you think about that? And would you ever do something like a Love Island type show, like a dating show for Black women and men? Because I feel like, we're represented only little there.
Yes. No, so I want to do a show. Hey, Kimmy, I want to do a show where I bring in my single cast members.
Okay. Yeah, you like, that's a check going for you.
No, because Kimmy has an idea about doing a own family reunion. I also want to do a show where I get my singles from like Bell Collective, the Love and Marriage franchise. Hey, Destiny. And put them on an island together. And then what I will do, no, what I would do too, I would have married couples be their mentors.
I love that. I love that. And he already trademarked the idea, so don't think about it.
Yes, thank you. So call me. My phone is always on.
Yes, and his EPs as well.
There it is, man.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for the time today. Lakeisha, Kimmy, Carlos, thank you so much. Love and Marriage Huntsville on Saturdays. Make sure y'all check it out, man. Thank y'all for pulling up.
We are the morning